what's your perspective? Again, we're here. What's your perspective here on, again, LENSEC Live? And I'm with Michael Trask and Keith Harris. And today, guys, I wanted our viewers and also listeners, because again, this is also syndicated all over the place and as a podcast, discuss specifically enough who is LENSEC? Where did it? We are a software manufacturer, but we've really, in a lot of our lives, not explained what we do. We've talked about particular things, but not the history and everything. So, Michael, thanks for stopping by. Keith, thanks for stopping by again. How are you?
Good to be here. Yeah, glad we could be part of this.
Absolutely. So the first question I'm going to go to Keith Harris, our marketing guru. The question I want to ask you, tell us a little bit about the history of LENSEC.
So LENSEC began as a video security company in 1998, back in the early days of the internet. If you brush off the history of LENSEC, you'll see us at the very beginning of the internet starting to stream IP security video. We began streaming with one of the very first IP cameras on the market. It was the NetEye 200 by Axis, and that thing could go a screaming fast, like 1 frame per second, and a tiny little resolution, CIF resolution. It was just and in its time, it was the best anybody had in terms of streaming network video. And we began as a security installation company, a security integrator. And over time, we actually began developing our own product. And we were the very first video management software company to start streaming live video via an internet browser application. And there's a great bit of history there, but we are truly pioneers in the industry in regard to what you see today on the market. And we developed the very first video management software to use an internet browser. So that was a pretty cool trick and a great feather in our cap in terms of the history of LENSEC. So the reason that came about, we actually had our customers asking us for this sort of application, and there was nothing else in the market to meet the need. And so our engineers got together and developed an application and a solution that we could provide to our customers. And we've been building an internet-based application for video management software ever since.
See, what I think is really awesome about that makes it nice is the fact that we were an integrator at one point in time. And I want Michael to explain that in more of a facet, because when we work with our partners, which we'll discuss, they are security integrators, we understand their challenges. We understand specifically what it takes to install video management software, video surveillance software. Isn't that right, Michael?
Yeah, that's correct, Neil. I appreciate the time today. And as Keith mentioned, we started as an integrator, so we were installing cameras and access control and intrusion systems. And so we know what issues come up or what problems end user customers have when they're calling into an integrator and saying, hey, this isn't working or that hasn't worked. Well, we walked in those integrator shoes, so we have a little bit different perspective than some of the maybe some of the other video management software companies out there, because of where we got started now coming on almost 22 years ago. But from that, when we're talking with our integration partners that are reselling our solution, and when we're talking to end users of our solution that are brought in from those partners, we're constantly getting feedback about improvements that they would like to see in the software, right? So whether it's from the integrator side, that maybe it's a little tweak that maybe make the software or something that they're doing when they program the software maybe just a little bit faster or just easier for them to do something, or maybe it's a little design in the layout or something, or it might be a custom request from an end user. And the nice thing about that is, being an agile development software company, we take all of that input from all of those resources and we implement those changes in a very fast and fluid manner but then it benefits our entire end user installment base and any future users of the system. And it also, if it's a request from an integrator, it also then benefits all the installing partners that we have that are deploying our solution as well around the world. So, being I hope that answers your question, but that being an integrator as a start gives us definitely a unique look at things, because we focused once again on knowing, hey, what were challenges also did we have as an integrator, right? No one likes to get a call that, hey, I had an issue and the video's not working, right? Well, so we also built our software with a backbone of all kind of health status reporting and items of that nature that will alert people of certain types of things. Because ultimately, when you're a video management software company, yes, we have third-party security device integrations and access control and all of these other integrations that we do. But the core of the solution is video management, right? So you're managing the video. So we're always looking at all the different items that potentially would not make video stream, not make video record, all of these other pieces and parts that play a factor in that is really the first and foremost priority, of the company, because everything's based off of it being a video management software with all of those other integrations. We're an open platform that incorporates all of those other integrated solutions as well.
And that's so important to know the challenges. And Keith, we've talked about in the show before, our customer support team and how awesome they are, and our training. But the fact is, the integrator thing really brings back the fact of what those challenges are during an installation. So our software is installed. It's the process involves that integrator and our team, right?
Right. And one thing to note here, for people that may be watching that have no idea what a security integrator is, an integrator is a term that we use within our security industry, is a person who brings together many different disparate systems. They'll bring together the hardware for security deployment. They'll bring together the video management software, which is the widget that we own, the piece that we own in the puzzle. They'll bring together the servers and all of the different pieces of equipment, the access control, the readers, the card readers. They'll bring all of this stuff together and they'll put it together and make it work. They'll make sure that they integrate them so that they'll work together seamlessly. One thing that we do as a past security integrator, we're no longer in that business anymore. We actually take the piece of the puzzle that we feel like we do best, the video management software, and we offer that for sale through our partners. And our partners are security integrators who are pulling all these pieces together and they're putting everything together. Well, they use our software to help manage the video portion of that. Not only do they manage the video portion of that, we've been growing this software, our widget, our thing that we bring to market, and advancing it and progressing it through adding different various solutions, adding different features that Michael was talking about, increasing and improving the product so that it goes well beyond just a video management tool. It is now becoming more of a unified security platform. We're integrating various different other softwares that are out there, the third-party market items like an access control software or a video analytics, or even things we talked about last week, the RFID integration, all of the other items like that. We bring that into our software, so our software becomes more of a unified security platform. It's a place, the one place where people can go and see how all of these pieces and parts work together. And so the security integrator becomes our partner, and then they resell our software as part of the solution that they're offering to their customer. But we bring, as Michael said, to the table a lot of experience as filling that same role. So we still have people working for us. We've got employees that have worked for us for 10, 20 years now. And we're a 22-year-old company, so they've been with us a really long time. They know the solutions. They've engineered the solutions. They've helped to bring together all these items that are very helpful for security integrators. and they can help them put together the pieces that they need to make a solution that simply works. And that's our goal, is to help provide a simple platform to make everything, bring everything together, make sure everything works the way it should.
So when we've talked about the history and how our product developed, and we are now just a manufacturer. Michael, explain that too, so that our understand we were an integrator that now is a manufacturer.
Yeah, great question, Neil. Want to make sure people understand that too. Just because we started as an integrator, Keith did just mention we no longer are an integrator. We are a software manufacturer. And then we also, over time we were selling direct at one point earlier several years back, and we started to form what is called a sales channel, and that would be our signing on partners, our systems integrators that are reselling our solution. There was a couple years there that we were selling direct as the manufacturer, and we were bringing and growing our partner channel. But we have several years back, we stopped. We no longer sell direct as a company. So the only way that you can buy the solution is through our channel partners, because obviously you do not want to have a overlap or conflict where you have partners trying to sell your solution, and then you don't want to have the manufacturer come in and sell direct on the back end. And because no one's going to be able to offer better pricing than what the manufacturer is. We own the solution. So if a partner's out there selling it, and manufacturer can come in, well, the manufacturer knows that partner only can sell it for a certain price, and so they just come in at lower and they get the business as the manufacturer. So want to just make that perfectly clear that we don't sell direct. So when we go through our channel partners, that they're the ones that will sell the solution. If we do help promote to try to bring business back through our channel. So our sales team and our global sales team will talk about our solution to end users, because we are the experts of our solution. When you have a systems integrator, as Keith mentioned earlier, they're selling access control, they're selling maybe multiple, different brands of cameras, they're selling intrusion, fire alarm, they're selling all of these different pieces and parts. So they need to know, enough about a ton of different items that they're selling. So you can never expect all of those to be experts of every single one of those solutions. So that's why we task our global sales team to do as well is to call on those end users, because we are the expert of the solution. We'll be able to talk to them, answer all of their questions, find out what issues they may be currently having. We can speak to how we are solving those problems. And then when they're to the point where they say, hey, Michael or Keith, whoever they're talking to from the company, how much is this going to cost me? How do I buy the software? I love what you're telling us about Prospective VMS. And then that's when we bring in the appropriate channel partner who's in that region that can best, support that customer. So we'll pull that business back into our channel because we are the experts of our solution. So hope that answers that question.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. When you talk about the word channel partner, we take partner seriously, Keith, in explaining that. When we bring on new security integrators who are our partners who sell our solution, we take that partner as a very, very important word. Define that, how LENSEC defines a partner.
Well, we're in business to make money, just like our partners are. But we take the word partner very seriously because we are actually trying to lend our success and our support and our knowledge, our expertise, so to speak, to the partner to help them succeed. Our goal is not only for us to succeed and to sell software, our goal is to help our partners succeed and win business overall. And we really do take that seriously. We really want to provide the best support from a sales standpoint, from an engineering standpoint, from a software development standpoint, and from a technical support standpoint. All of these things are very important for our partners, and they rely on them heavily. And when we step up and say, these are the ways that we're going to support you, then they know that they can count on us. And they not only know it because we've told them, they know it because we prove it day in and day out. We have dedicated personnel whose primary role is to check in with our partners to make sure that they have what they need, whether it be sales materials, whether it be support, whether or just general knowledge about how to put together a certain type of project. We have experts on our staff that are physical security experts that not only know our widget, the Perspective VMS software, but they also know the entire workings of the network. They of the security network. They know the entire workings of the various components that it uses to to make up a certain solution. So our sales engineers are there to help with that. Our technical support provides a world-class technical support. We provide 24/7 emergency assistance to our technicians. So when they're out on a job and they need help, they know they can get help right away, especially when it's an emergency. We provide that for our partners so that they can put their best foot forward and really win the customers' support and win the customers' respect. And so our role in that is to make the partner look good and to really help them as much as we can to win, not only win the job, but to support it and maintain it going forward.
When Michael, especially your job as sales director, but also before as regional sales manager for the Northeast region, what do you see with that relationship with the partner? How do you value that? You talked about the company's role, but what about how you value it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a great solution. Our product is an unbelievable product, but without the correct partners, we don't have sales, right? So they are the blood of our organization, those partners. So as Keith was mentioning, we take that partnership very seriously. And part of that approach is our approach to bringing on partners in a specific market. We're not looking to flood a market with 50 different resellers of our solution just to sell our widget or our software, right? Some people have that strategy. That's not our strategy. Our strategy is to look at each of our different, MSA regions, sub-regions throughout our different territories and identify who we believe are the right partners that have the right expertise, the right background to sell our solution. And we pick and choose, and we have set numbers that we're looking at maybe in each of those regions, but we're not looking to flood a market, and that because we want to truly be a partner. If we flood a market with 40, 50 resellers of our solution, all the sales team is order takers. We're calling somebody up and saying, hey, what have you done for me? What did you sell? What's closing this month? What value does that add to that partnership? Right. So that's not the approach that we go to market with. We're looking at a set number of identified partners that we think are a good fit. And when we go through that process of onboarding them, and during that process, it's a two-way interview. It's them saying, hey, yeah, we like your solution, but we're also finding out if they're the right fit for us in that particular market. And once we make those decisions and we agree to have that partnership, then that's what it is. We're fully invested in that partnership, whether it's adding marketing dollars that are co-branding materials and different things with them, having staff from our organization join them on local or regional or even national trade shows. These are just some examples of the things we do, but we're here to help them grow their business by using the vehicle of Perspective VMS as a way to do that. So in a, trying to make that in a short, succinct answer is partners are everything as it relates to LENSEC.
And one of the things we help our partners is find uncovered new business, Keith. And that's the other part of it, where we'll go to trade shows or other types of opportunities or market inside sales opportunities for our partner when we uncover possible end users that our partners can get the business from. So it's not just like we're waiting on the partner to sell our solution. We're helping the partner uncover those. Explain that, Keith.
Well, we know where we work well, and we know where we can help. because we've been there before. We have a key vertical in schools, higher education. We've got some great references there. Also in healthcare, in commercial properties, oil and gas, critical infrastructure, and I'm sure I'm forgetting one, but I think I've covered a lot of bases there. But these are areas where we know we work well and we know we've got great solutions. And what we do is we identify each one of those target areas, and we go after business in those areas by marketing in those areas to make sure that we have contacts with customers who need the help of our partners. And you'll also hear us use the term end users. When we say end users, we're talking about our partners' customers. They're the ones who are using our product. They're the ones who have to know it day in and day out. They're getting on our software and they're using it, and they're using it to monitor and manage their security at their facilities. So when we approach the market, we're trying to find those deals, find those opportunities that the customers need help with. Okay, so then we can, once we find them, then we pair them up, just like Michael said, with the right security integrator in their area who can help put together the complete solution. We're not the guys to go to for buying cameras. We're not the guys to go to for buying servers, even though we offer a server appliance as to make it easier for our partners to resell. But where we excel is making a really good, easy to use, browser-based, enterprise-level software. And so when we take these ideas and go out in front of the customer and we show the end user what the software can do, it blows their mind and they love it. And then we have the opportunity then to get them paired up with the right security partner who's going to take care of them and give them a proper installation, deployment tools, and all of the things that you need to get all of the equipment in place. And then they're also going to be there to service the equipment throughout the life of the security installation. And we are just there to kind of help get these two together and help people out, make not only our business successful, but make the customer experience a success and have the partner experience success as well. So we're really trying to leverage that and make sure that we're giving people the right tools that they need in order to keep their security, their assets secure, and their people safe.
And Neil, I'd like to add something to what Keith was talking about. He was mentioning different verticals. I think you said critical infrastructure, oil and gas. Something else that he didn't mention was transportation.
Transportation.
So talk
yeah,
about
I
that
was missing one.
Yeah, let's talk about that in a second. But one of the things we actually haven't mentioned is, Keith did mention earlier in the call about how we were the first to develop the first web-based video management software in the early 2000s after the access cameras, invented the first IP camera. We were getting 1 to 2 frames per second. We've continued developing and innovating in the video management software space to January of 2017. We released the first fully HTML5 version of a video management software.
First company to do it. Yeah,
first company in the world to do that. So that software has been deployed now for over 3 years. So in software terms, 3.5 years is a mature product. So that came out in January of 2017, and that's big. That means there are no clients, thick clients or thin clients. This is installed at the server, and we're taking advantage of an application that already exists on every single workstation, laptop, tablet, cell phone, and that's an internet browser. So HTML5 is the code that all current web pages and websites and browsers are all written in. Our software is written.
That's without a plugin.
Exactly.
Previous to that time, you had to have Microsoft Silverlight installed in order to operate and have a dynamic system. But with HTML5 now, because it's a feature-rich application, We have our software development team. I won't take credit for it. It's our software development team that has really made this work. But they have really made a dynamic, rich, powerful program without having any plugin that needs to be installed as well. So what does that mean? That means your security is even better because you don't have to worry about a third-party plugin that has issues. So now HTML5 has brought our program and our software into a modern phase where we really are have all of the features that any video management software can offer, and you don't have to install the client software onto your workstation. You do it right through your internet browser, and it makes it so easy.
So Keith, how does that actually make it easier for the for what we refer to as the end user or the customer or the integrator? It's a great point, right? Not having to install that. So the IT department at the end user customer that's going to be used, that the system's being deployed, they don't have to worry about approving another application on everyone's computer. They don't need to touch all of these other computers to install something, right? Yeah. The integrator doesn't have to install something on everyone's computers or workstations or tablets or any of those devices, right? Because it's done at the server.
Michael, we have some users of our software have hundreds of client workstations out there. They literally have hundreds, and they're at diverse places located all across a region. There's a school district in the Northeast that has literally almost 1,000 users on their software. And could you imagine being the poor IT guy that has to walk around with a thumb drive updating all of the client workstations? They don't have to do that with Perspective VMS because it's all done in one location. The update's done in one location, and it gets pushed out through the browser to every end user on that system.
Yeah, and where that helps, another way where that helps is because, we're constantly developing our software. We're releasing 6 to 8 releases a year, some major, some minor, but a lot of different features and things are being added to our software on a regular basis. Well, there are some instances where there is a client and the application that has to be installed on someone's workstation or desktop or whatever device they're using, and then you upgrade the software. If those systems, those applications that are, the clients that are on each of those individual desktops, if they don't match, the system doesn't work, right? So that you have to make them all on the same in order for the system to work. So where this helps the customer is the integrator could go in, they can upgrade that software to the latest and greatest release, and the customer continues to take advantage of the advancement of the software that is constantly being, new features that are being added, new integrations from, the security industry is constantly having new products come out that, whether it's new video analytics, specifically in COVID-19, there's all kind of other things happening as well. But it's a way to quickly get that out into the field, and you don't have to worry a bit. So it makes that constant update or those updates very simple, so that the end user is using the latest and greatest of the software.
All these things, again, makes it the right software, LENSEC, Perspective VMS. And it's interesting you talk about how we work with our partners. And I think it's a great thing to discuss that we did not understand completely, the component of the history of LENSEC and all these different things. But I guess the last point of what we do a really good job with is we really work with the community as well. We work with community locally, and we work with community nationally. Can you talk about a little bit about those types of little ventures that we do and partnering with different foundations and charities across the country and organizations?
I'm glad you brought that up, because we do try to make community a big part of who we are at LENSEC. It makes that part of the fiber of our company, and that's the people that who work with us. The people, our employees, they pitch in and come to us as a company with ideas about how we can support. We've done everything from advertising in a sports program for some of our customer end user schools, all the way up to sponsoring golf tournaments for various different organizations. One of the big ones that we like to support is Mission 500. That is a security industry-based charity, and what they do is they help to provide resources for at-risk kids all over the nation. And Neil, you've done some softball events with them. We've had folks running in the Security 5K Fun Run, and we'll continue to support them as a company. And there's lots of different things that we can do through the community to support them. And it's really is a way that we can give back to the folks around us that are in need. And we not only want folks to be secure and safe, but we want them to be healthy and well. And the things that we support as a company all point towards that. And we really want to make sure that folks know that we care.
Lastly, Michael, great way to summarize LENSEC. You're really good at finishing off specifically a conversation. Tell us, kind of summarize LENSEC to yourself, what we discussed today, and moving forward for people to learn more about it.
Yeah, well, as we've said, we started as a systems integrator, so we know what our potential partners that we're bringing on. We know the challenges that they face on a day-to-day basis. So we have a very unique perspective as to what they're doing. So that's the first thing. But we are a innovative software development, software manufacturing company. We feel we have a great, enterprise class video management software that we will, we go to market with around the globe and have tons of success on a day-to-day basis with this solution. So it's about finding the right partners, working with those partners in a true partnership, not just asking them at the end of every month, what have you sold for me? We're buying in and establishing that partnership from day one, fully invested. And with that type of a relationship, then we see the sales and the growth of the partners that we work with, helping them grow their business. So, but the innovation is never going to, we've talked about multiple innovations we've done in the industry. So we'll continue to innovate and develop our product moving forward as well.
So again, for people to find more information on LENSEC, they can go to lensec.com, catch up with all our different videos that we've done live on Wednesdays. Go to lensec.com/live. You can follow us on all social media channels. And Keith, anything else to add to this conversation?
Gosh, I think we've covered the bases pretty well. LENSEC is a company that cares, and we want to help to advance your security needs and help to fit the bill. And we're looking for ways to do that every single day. We've got, as Michael said, we've got innovators at this company. We're not just sitting back on something that we created 20 years ago. We're creating something new and looking forward. And we've got a roadmap of a direction that we're heading in terms of bringing in new technology partners and along our list of ideas that we'd like to implement in our software going forward. We are a growing company that has a global reach, and we want our partners, our potential partners, to know that. We want our potential customers and end users to know that as well. So
again, if you'd like to schedule a demo, especially we're speaking today a lot to our potential partners, is go to lensec.com and you can schedule a demo today and check all those different things out. All the resources are available at the website. And tune in again to LENSEC Live, What's Your Perspective, every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Central. So guys, I appreciate again coming by to discuss who is LENSEC today.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Hey, Neil, can I just add one thing? Because
Yes.
Keith mentioned we're a growing company. So if you go to lensec.com, there are career opportunities with LENSEC. So we've got job openings listed there. So if you've liked what you've heard today, and you want to further investigate our company, not necessarily as a from an integrated partnership, but maybe you want to work with us and you want to join our team, we do have job postings on our website as well.
Okay, great point about the job. So we've covered every base now. So that's perfect, guys. So thanks again.
All
That
right.
was What is Your Perspective here on LENSEC Live.